Hey, kia ora. Helen Brown, Secondary Life from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic sparkling day. It's a little chilly here today, as you can see. Still got my hoodie. We just got back from a walk, so I'm still thawing out and heating back up again. But it is currently 11 degrees Celsius with a freeze warning. Yes, they expect the overnight low to be 0 Celsius. For you Fahrenheit people, I've got to go to the other program. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit with an overnight low. This one says 39. I tell you. And there's no freeze warning on this one. So one program has a freeze warning, the other does not. So we shall see. All I know is that we will be snuggly and toasty in our bed, sound asleep, and I actually slept pretty well last night. Well, I thought I slept pretty well. Yeah, I think I did. I woke up in the same position I went to sleep in. I didn't move all night. So that was a good thing. So how has your day been? Mine has been, whoa. So we ended up going and doing a mail run, and I ended up with 13 packages. Yeah, and my mailbox, which is one of the bigger sized ones, it's probably about this tall and about this long. It was stuffed. Yes, it was stuffed. This is just some of what was in there. So thank you, everybody, for the cards that you've sent me. Oh, I have to show this one. I got to show this one off because my sister-in-law hand makes her cards and hand makes the envelopes. And she does such an incredible job. Oops, I lost a sparkle. See, it says happy birthday. The extra. She did all of that. She made the whole thing, which is pretty cool. And I just got to do this over here. Because little party things, and then she then she comes up with a little personalized thingy in here and puts it in there, and I got these little sparkly things. So it was pretty cool to get that. I love getting cards from her because she always inspires me with her words. Yes, so that was pretty cool. And so that was one exciting thing I got in the mail. I've only opened a couple. And I say a couple, I think it's this one. This one. My mum sent me 2 cards. One's my birthday card, but this is my birthday card from my mum and dad. Isn't that the coolest thing? It's got all these little New Zealand birds on there, and it's so cool. I love that. I thought I still want to go back home to New Zealand for a bit, for a break, for a while. And she put in here that she put in there this picture of me. And underneath it says your very first US dress sent by your Auntie Marge. My Auntie Marge is my dad's mother's sister. But she had this cute little picture of me in there, and that was the dress that was sent to me by my great aunt. Isn't that cute? How old was I then? I don't know. But then she, well, that's really cute. So I kind of had a little moment with that. But she also sent me a Christmas card too, which is pretty cool. I like this Christmas card. But what she put inside, this is my very first Christmas. Well, actually, no, not my first Christmas. I apologize. This is what did she say? My first real Christmas. I like that. So that's my first, that's me. And this is me down here. That's me. So that's me. And this is one of my best friends growing up. What are you chomping on now? Oh, you're chomping on that. Okay. There you go. One of my very best friends growing up, it was a girl that my grandparents fostered. So she was kind of like a foster aunt, a foster sister. She's just a really good friend. Yeah, so that's her. She's just over 2 years older than me, I think it is. Might be 3. It's either 2 or 3 years older than me. I can't remember. But yeah, so this was my first real Christmas, because the Christmas before, I was only a few days old. I was 16 days old. So that was my first real Christmas. I love it when my mum does things like little surprises like that in my cards. So yes, the other ones I'm going to have to open. So yeah, so I had 13 packages. I haven't opened any of them yet. So yeah, it's going to be, I've got to decide when to open them. Zeffie's already sent them flying because I have them in a pile by my recliner because I carried them, stacked them all up and carried them and put them by my recliner. And then Zeffie was trying to get something up from under the stairs and suddenly comes back and all these boxes just go. So yeah, so there's going to be an opening fun tomorrow as a break, I think. It has been a crazy. And then, of course, like about 30 to 40 minutes after I get back home, I get an email saying, you've got a package. It's arrived. You got to be kidding. But I hadn't checked my mail since the 5th of December, and today's the 16th. So 11 days I haven't checked my mail. I haven't gone and picked up my mail, and I've been sending me little emails and saying that, we've got packages. So when I got there, I thought I only had like about 7, and there was 13. And I was like, oh. And the woman sees me sorting through. I was at the counter, and I was sorting through my mail and pulling out all the little package slips that you got to sign. Luckily, if you have more than one, you can staple them together and just sign the top one. So that was really cool. I didn't have to sign 13 of them. And she looks at me and she goes, oh, you're from that box number. Well, good to see you in here. I said, I am so sorry. It's just been a little busy lately. And she says, that's fine. And she says, you got a few packages out there. I says, yeah, well, that's kind of what happens when you have your birthday and Christmas on the same month. So it was a lot of fun. What are you doing? I'm getting looked at really weird. What are you doing? She's looking at me like, you're supposed to be doing something. Like, come on, what are you doing? I think she's asking me what I'm doing. So it was pretty cool. And then the help desk today was nuts. It was crazy. It was busy. Yeah, we had some crazy stuff coming through, and then we had people and then they'd you'd finish a chat with them, and then they'll come back and, oh, this is the top of her Santa jar, her Santa cookie jar. I think that one just crinkles. I don't think there's a squeaky thingy in it. And so, yeah, it was crazy. And by the time I got to the end of the day, I was like, I have no idea where my head is. And so I've got to go find my head so I can get some study done. And but after the call last night, they said that, still do your discussions and that, and the facilitators won't be as active in the discussions as we have had in the past 6 weeks because they're going to be busy. They're busy going through your short answers. And I'm like, how can they be going through the short answers when they're not due till Monday? And I'm like thinking, have some people already submitted their assessments? Like, man, some people have got time on their hands to do that. So I have this weekend completely blocked out to get in there and get assessment and get this done. And thankfully, the assessments are open books. And I have managed to read, and I've skimmed through most of the stuff that we've got to read, and I'm pretty good at skimming and picking and stopping where I need details and stuff. So now that I've done the initial skim, then tomorrow, the plan tomorrow, Zeffie. Sometimes I've got to include her. The plan tomorrow is to open up the Word document where I have all the questions for the assessment and get them answered. And if it means skimming through books, skimming through the notes, skimming through the articles and stuff, I will do that. That is my plan tomorrow. And then on Sunday, it is to go and do the discussion questions. Because I've got 2 discussion questions left to do, and then check my answers for my assessment and get everything done on Sunday. So Monday, I will be completely free. It is the last day. It is the last class of the 7-week course. I cannot believe how quickly the 7-week course has gone, or how much I have learned over the last over these last past few weeks. It has just been incredible. What the heck have you got? Oh, she's pushed stuff under my feet now. It's just been an incredible 6.5 weeks so far. Lots of interaction with other students and things, and working on discussions and all of that. Because when you for the discussions, you have to start a thread and they give you the questions, and you've either got to pick one question and answer that, or in this case, the next one, we've got 6 different scenarios. There's 2 for the first group, 2 for the third group, and 2 for the last group. And I know one question's on ethics, and the other question is on what would you do in the situation, and then the other one is, or how will DNA help you in this situation? And the other one is about DNA ethics or something like that. And they're all case studies. And based on what month your birthday is as to which one you get to do. And I'm kind of looking forward to doing the one that I have to do, because I was reading it and I was going, hang on, that's Brad's family. And then I got the next one go, oh, no, that it's not quite, because they knew that piece of information when they came in, and they didn't do any, and it's talking about name changes, and they didn't do any name changes till after they came in through Ellis Island, because in Ellis Island, they're there at the name that they came in as, and then it was later that they changed the name. And I know when Brad's dad went from Abrams to Brahms, so we already have all of that stuff. So that was what they changed it to from the original name. So you got the original name, the first change, and then the second change. And there's still, so when I go searching for the family tree, I have to look under all three names, because not everybody changed their name at the different times. So it makes it a little bit of a challenge, but that's okay. We may be able to find out who they are through DNA matching and that sort of stuff as well. So we'll have to see. But yeah, it's been the 7 weeks is just flowing by. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my second week where I have no full day activities on. First week I had the 3 days of the leverage the 3 days of the leverage conference. Was it Networking Riches, then 3 days of the leverage conference, or was the other way around? There's been events on every week. That's basically taken a day or 2 or 3 out of my study time. And so I've had to do these cramming sessions. So tomorrow I'm doing a cramming session on getting these 20 short answer questions done. I think I have 17 left to do. So I've already done 3. Well, actually, I've done 2 fully. The third one, all I need to do is basically copy and paste what I put in the first one and just change a couple of words and remove one portion of it so that it's relevant to the question. But it's kind of the same answers, but there's just a couple of changes. One's to do with male DNA, one's to do with female DNA. So we're just going to make a couple. Basically, it's the same answers, and I just got to make a couple of tweaks so that it's the feminine side and not the male side. So it's kind of cool. And then that's that question answered. But my brain is so fried today. Again, in fact, I think I've totally lost my mind. I don't know. I don't even know where it is. Although if Brad was here, he said, oh, that left long ago. It's just how he was. But I did get some silver today, so I'm kind of excited. And I wanted to open this one because when I saw what the invoice was, I was like, yeah, I'm opening this one on the Zoom. So I got one order in. In this order, I can probably show you one of the coins. Which one's this one? Oh, this is the tiger one. This is a tiger one. It's a gorgeous tiger. I'm trying to figure out how far back I've got to be so you can see that. There's this gorgeous tiger on one side. And on the other side, it's got this really cool building on there. Oops. This is really hard to show silver coins on. You know that? So you've got the tiger on that side, and these are 1 ounce silver coins, and this one's in a little plastic case. Now this one I don't think is not in a case, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show it since I don't have my gloves handy. No, I don't have my gloves handy, but it's a hummingbird one, so I'll have to. Well, actually, if I did this, I'm going to improvise here. Let's see if we can do it this way. Well, I'm not going to be able to turn it over, so you're only going to get to see one side of this one. Zephaniah Brahms. She's like, what you doing, Ma? Okay, this is the hummingbird one. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? That's one side of it. I don't know if I can flip it. Hang on. Let's see if I can put it back into there. I should remember to get my... And let's turn that over and do the others. Oh, it's got Queen Elizabeth II's head on here. Do you know something I found out about the royal heads when they put them on coins? So this is the back side of the hummingbird coin. So do you know something this is something I found out about when they put royalty on coins. The queens, when they put a queen on a coin or on paper money, they especially with the British royals, I don't know about other countries, but with the British royals, when the Queen has had her head on the coins and the paper money and stuff, the Queen is always wearing a tiara, and it's Queen Victoria, her coins had tiara. She had a tiara on for that. All of the females would have their tiaras on. On the men, none of the men wear their tiara, and the Queen. Oh damn! I put that away. And the Queen is always looking in one direction, and the kings look in the other direction and do not have a crown. Isn't that interesting? I wonder why that is. So this is the one that I wanted to unbox with you. Look at this pretty little box that this comes in. Now this one is New Power of Life pendant, and it's 16.2 grams of silver proof coin. So this is a cute little box that comes in. Ooh, that's pretty. And then this is the pendant. Isn't that awesome? So it's beautiful green stone in the middle of it. Let's see if I can get this out of here. That is so pretty. So yes, you can actually wear a silver coin. This is how you wear a silver coin. So this is the front side with the green stone. And this is the back. Oh, what has it got on the back? Hang on. Zephaniah. Seriously. She was like this in the car today too. It's got Queen Elizabeth's head on the back of it with $1. And it's got New 2020 on the back. So that's the back. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it. I got to practice doing coins on camera more often. And then this is the front. Isn't that pretty? And it's got this leather cord here so that you can wear it. But I don't want to wear it. And then it comes with a certificate of authenticity on it. And Kathy's questioning the Zephaniah, yes, because that's where I got Zeph's name from the name of the book of Zephaniah that's in the Bible. I saw it when it was the 23rd of June, 2019. You're probably going, how can you remember that? Because I wrote about it in my journal. And I was sitting here doing my morning meditations, and it was from the book of Zephaniah. And so I went, Zephaniah, that's a really cool name. And then I went Zeph, and the instant I went Zeph, this dog's image appeared in my head. And I looked at it and go, well, are you Zephaniah? And it kind of looked at me like, well, what do you think? And so I sat down and wrote a page and a half about this dog called Zephaniah that was a male, German Shepherd mix, and 70 pounds. And was a great traveling companion, very smart dog, protective, great, companion. Just wrote this whole page and a half in my journal about this dog. And then fast forward to the 16th of November 2019, when I went to go and do some work at the corner bakery down the street from the campground, because the campground basically had no Wi-Fi unless you were sitting up next to the office. And I didn't feel like sitting next to the office to do my work because it was the only place they had to sit was outside, and it was a very bright sunny day. And so I went into corner bake. My intention was to go to the shopping center that was about 5 miles down the road. Go into the corner bakery, use their Wi-Fi and do some work while I had lunch. And then across the shopping center from the corner bakery was a Sprouts. I thought I'll go there, get some groceries and go home. 3 hours, I got to the shopping center, and 3 hours later, I arrived home with a new dog, with her crate, all of her food, all of her little bits and pieces, no work done, no shopping, no groceries. But I had a dog, and I had all of her treats and her food and her bedding and crate and everything. So, yeah. That's the story of how Zephaniah became Zeph. And when I found out that it was a female, Zeph became Zephy. And that's how she got her name. So she's originally after Zephaniah. And when I get annoyed with her, she gets the whole full name. But today when we were out in the car, I have learned this with my dog today. When we were out in the car today, lately she's been doing a lot of whining in the car. And I figured it out as soon as it's the 5-minute drive from our place to the main gate, which is at 10 miles per hour. So you're crawling along there very, very slowly. We've got the windows down at the back there with the screens over the windows that I have for her. And she's whining because I'm not going fast enough. She can't feel it. She's pushing out the thing, pushing and pushing and pushing. And you can see in the mirror her nose coming out on the screen there. And it makes me laugh every time. And then she starts whining because I'm not going fast enough for her to get a breeze through the netting, because the netting actually holds out, the screen actually holds out quite a lot of stuff. We woke up the other morning, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, a huge downpour going on. And I had this thought, I thought, did I close the windows in the car today? And I was like, I don't know. And I was so snugly warm. I did not want to get out of bed and have to get dressed to go outside to see if I'd put the windows up on the car, because you can't tell from the RV. And so I thought, I'll just wait till the morning. If I've got to dry out, it's, we'll just put the windows down, let it dry out. Went out the next morning. Sure enough, the windows were down. She's pushing along a ball with her nose. It's actually one we occasionally stuff, but there's nothing in it, so she's trying to get stuff out of it. Anyway, so I went out. Sure enough, the next morning, the one window that she looks out was open. The other one just gets open to crack. And so I was like, damn it. But I opened up the door and I looked inside, and there was a little trickle of water on the ledge of the window. The seat was bone dry. We'll also have I have the dog cover that goes over the back seat, complete from over the back up to the front, so it creates like a U shape. And then it has a flap that comes down that you can actually put up and hook up, so it becomes more like a hammock thing. And so that one was folded down. That was bone dry. The seat thing, bone dry. She has a bed that's about this thick that's on the back seat, bone dry. Went down to the carpet, bone dry. I'm like, dang, these screens are good. Mind you, I don't know what direction but the screens were soaking wet. It took me a minute to get them up, because sometimes when you push them up when they're wet, they stick to the glass and just move up. So I had to put the key in the ignition, run around there and start putting the thing up. And every time it stuck, just move the screen out so I could put it up a little more. But yeah, so I'm very impressed with those. And so yeah, I really do like that coin. That necklace thing. That's pretty cool. But anyway, how did we get onto your screens and your stories? Oh yeah, so this is why I found out with her on the car. So I have that down. As soon as I get out on the main road and we speed up to 30, which is the speed limit around here, she shuts up. And then later on, she starts the whining thing again. Whenever I stop at a traffic light, she starts whining. I suddenly realized I also realized too what the problem was. The sitters that she was with, whenever she went in the car with them to drop the kids off at school, she got to sit in the front seat. And she likes being by me. I mean, since I've come back, she basically won't leave me alone. She always sits where she can see me, and very occasionally goes into the bedroom. Now, she doesn't go into the bedroom as much as she used to, but she always likes to know where I am, and she tries to come and sit by me and that sort of thing. And she comes over here a lot now, and it will occasionally jump up as well. And so I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder if it's because she's in the back seat and I'm in the front seat. And so we were stopped at a light, and so I reached across and started scratching it, and she shut up. She wanted the attention. And the other thing that worked too is I put music on my phone when I normally listen to an audiobook. So I put music on, and that helped calm her down as well. I was like, okay, music, scratches at the lights. Make sure we're going more than 10 miles an hour so she gets a breeze. So this was stuff I discovered about my dog today. And once I had that figured out, she knew that when I was driving that I couldn't reach back. But when we were at a traffic light, then I would definitely reach back, and she actually came and moved so that she was closer to because there's a barrier that's up between the two front seats, a screen. And so she moved up so she was closer to that, so I didn't have to reach as far or try and stretch as far as well. And yeah, it was kind of funny having those discoveries with her today. But yeah, she was whining a lot, and I couldn't figure out why. And then it suddenly dawned on me, so I started paying attention to her when we were in the car, and we switched to music instead of listening to a book. And so it was a very interesting lesson. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. What are we having for dinner tonight, Zeffie? Do you know what we're having for dinner tonight? No, she's got something that's keeping her very, very busy. I don't know what it is, but I'm about to go find out. Because she's like kids. When there's no noise, go check. When things go silent, go check. But anyway, so yes, so we're in for a very busy weekend. I'm actually going to take tonight off on study because my brain is so fried from the crazy day I've had today. I'm just going to go sit and put my feet up. I'll probably put a chick flick on. I'm not going to do any Christmas ones because I don't get to enjoy Christmas ones when I have to decompress. So I'm going to put a chick flick on. I'll probably play a game on my iPad. Maybe I'll do some drawing. That was really cool markers the other day that write on black paper. And they're all in really cool color. They've got some metallic and gels that write on this. I don't know, I've got these little postcard size pieces of black paper. So maybe I'll doodle with those while watching a chick flick. Because you don't really have to give a chick flick full attention, which is why it's really good to watch when you have to decompress. But yeah. And as far as all those boxes go, I may do some tonight. I may do some tomorrow. I may do some on. I'm just probably going to drip feed myself with them because right now I really don't feel like opening boxes because when I open the box, I then have to do something with the contents inside, and there's always like the shred inside for the packing. So I have to take that out of the box, put it in a bag, break the box down so it can go to recycle because you got to break the boxes down for that. And I just really don't feel like doing that tonight. So yeah, whatever's in those boxes over there is going to be good. I have space in my freezer in case it's yummy food stuffs, especially if it's chocolate stuffs. It'll get put into the freezer. And I do have space in my freezer for that. In fact, I think this weekend or next weekend, I'm going to defrost my freezer. It's got some ice building up at the back. But anyway, I'm waffling because I am tired. So I am out of here. Go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. And we will catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hei konera.